All right, so we are 5.5 hours away from Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, which looks to be a classic battle of strengths. The Spurs, well, they ranked first in defensive efficiency, while the Warriors led the NBA in offensive efficiency. San Antonio had the upper hand in the regular season, winning 2 of the 3 meetings. Here's the question, though. If the Spurs can hold the Warriors down in this series as well, in those 2 regular season wins, San Antonio held Golden State to 185 points, which was a season low for the Dubs. And as for those Warriors, well, the winning formula has been reaching the 30-assist mark. They got to dish it. Golden State is 52-1 this season. I said 52-1 when recording 30-plus assists, including 31 in its lone win against the Spurs.
Let's talk some Western Conference Finals now with Stephen A. Smith, as we do each and every Sunday. And Stephen A., do you agree with what Manu Ginobili said, saying playing a team like the Rockets in the last round, at least stylistically, gets them ready for the Western Conference Finals and the Golden State Warriors?
Well, I think he's right about that, because even though they pushed the ball up the floor and they could shoot some three-pointers, they didn't shoot as many three-pointers as, say, a Houston would do. They averaged about 25 to 26 a night, where Houston was averaging like 40. Golden State was right up there as well. You know what they're going to throw at you in terms of their offensive arsenal. So as a result, you do have to dictate pace in order to beat the Golden State Warriors. That means you push the ball up the floor when the opportunity arises, but at the same time, you slow tempo, you make them work on defense, you do what you can to disrupt their rhythm, and chances are the San Antonio Spurs have the ability to do that. Greg Popovich obviously is the exceptional coach in all of basketball. You've got bigs like Gasol and LaMarcus Aldridge who can use their height to take advantage of you on some occasion. Then obviously, even though with Tony Parker out, you've got a guy like Kawhi Leonard who can go inside or outside. You've got young horses like the Jonathan Simmons of the world, the Deadmans of the world, the Kyle Andersons of the world. You've got a rookie like the Dejounte Murray that's being inserted in there and can give you potentially over 20 minutes a night. They've got fresh legs to defend, push the ball up the floor when necessary, but they're exceptionally well coached and they are disciplined, so they know when to slow the ball down and to make you work on defense, if for no other reason, to disrupt your rhythm. It still shouldn't be enough to beat Golden State, but it's a better shot than anybody out west in order to pull it off.
Let's talk about Golden State for a minute, Stephen A., because we know they put this team together with Kevin Durant and this super team to win the championship this season. They've yet to lose in the playoffs. They're a perfect 8-0. We've watched them all season. We've watched them in the postseason. Have we seen peak Golden State this postseason of what they were looking to build?
I don't believe so. I believe, for the most part, I don't want to accuse them of being lackadaisical, because it's not like they don't take their job seriously, but it's hard to take certain opponents seriously when you know that you're just several layers above them, several levels above them. The Portland Trail Blazers were a two-headed monster in terms of Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. We know that, and 2 guards are not going to beat Golden State. The Utah Jazz had Gordon Hayward. Joe Johnson is supposed to be somebody that can get it done for you, but really he's designed for clutch situations when the game is tight as the game wanes. That's not the situation that you're going to find yourself in going up against the Golden State Warriors, because Utah was just a simply inferior team. This is the first contest that we've had where you can make a legitimate argument that there's somebody, if not on their level, close to their level. And the Golden State Warriors are the type of team that responds to those kind of challenges. When you think that they're supposed to be challenged and somebody's competing against them, they amp it up to another gear that you may not have seen before. That wasn't required against Portland. It wasn't required against Utah, but it's going to be required to some degree against the San Antonio Spurs. So I think the best is yet to come. I think they've paced themselves exceptionally well. They know what's at stake. They've got to win 8 games to become a champion again, a championship that they feel that they were robbed from last week due to the Draymond Green suspension. It's what they believe, regardless of what they say. And I think you'll see that team come out at certain points in this series. You'll see a different level.
They built this team for this very reason. We'll see if they can get it done. We think that they will against the San Antonio Spurs, but the championship is what they have in mind. We always get peak Stephen A. Smith on a Sunday morning. Stephen A., enjoy the rest of your Sunday.